It's Dream! It's Dream!
It's a Slobberknocker! Okay, well, I've pressed the button.
Oh god!
So everyone will hear our shitty JR impersonations.
Yeah, it's always good to start with incoherent rambling.
Oh fuck. Okay, now this is set up correctly. I always forget to do that. All right, Brandon Chalmers.
Jim Noguchi.
What have you been geeking on this week?
Not a ton. So, Jamie, I've been racking my brain trying to find a video game on the Switch that I enjoy.
Oh.
And I've had a hell of a time trying to do this. Like, I have a Switch. I've been trying to dig into it. I've been trying to get down with Smash Brothers. Haven't really found that, like, thing to grab me. And it's really fucking pissing me off that there's no decent racing games on the Switch shy of Mario Kart, and I beat the crap out of that. So I'm actually at the point now where I'm debating selling my Switch.
What?
Because I'm just not finding any interest in it. So
wow.
I was like, yeah, like I do this every time we have a big convention coming up. So we have AwesomeCon this weekend.
Yeah. And
inevitably, in some way, shape, or form, we're going to end up being behind a table, hanging out. You should come hang out with us, come say hi. But in between people saying hi, there's a lot of dead time going on. So we're left with a few options. One, we can abandon Michael Bracco at the table, which is completely a fair thing to do because, you know, that's what we do. The other option is we come hang out, and we have played Switch in the past, like at a hotel room, just kind of hanging out, killing time.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, hell, we're going to a con this weekend. Let's gas up the old Switch and see if there's anything that strikes my fancy. And no.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
And I know there are a lot of people who were like, oh my god, the Switch is the most amazing thing. And please understand, I was like day one in line early adopter first day purchaser level Switch owner.
Wow.
And have just like my interest in it has just fallen off a cliff.
Oh no, not even the Zelda game?
No, I got bored with the Zelda game.
Really?
Like I did the thing, I played the Zelda game, and then after that I'm like, okay, there's a lot of things that I like, there's a lot of things that I don't like. Like there's a grind factor in Zelda that I have no interest in doing. I don't want to cook. I hate that I have to cook for a dude. Like I don't need someone else to take care of. I don't. Like I like my big open world, like sourcing kind of games in a much more like Destiny style sort of thing where okay, I'm a robot that requires absolutely no sustenance, and I am ready to do the following things: wander about this world, bludgeon something with something very, very heavy, and then get tons of loot. Like that's what I'm interested in.
Is there a Diablo game for the Switch? Didn't they do like a Diablo thing?
I thought they did. I've never tried Diablo, so I don't know if it's something for me.
It's cool. Like if you like bashing stuff and getting loot, it's pretty cool. And there's a
is it RPG for style game, or is it more of a like first person shooter sort of game?
It's an RPG style, but instead of like, it's not turn based. It's a dungeon crawler. So you're walking around and you're smashing stuff. But it's all real time. On the PC, you know, you click on things and you run up to them and smash them. But with a controller, it feels like more like an adventure game kind of deal. And there are dungeons, and you know, you go down to a dungeon, like you could try out the harder dungeons and stuff, and you get better loot. But I thought I saw something about them doing one on the Switch.
Yeah, it looks like Diablo 3 is on the Switch.
Yeah,
I may have to pull that.
So it's when it first came out, it sucked, but then they pulled a Destiny to it and they fixed it.
Okay.
But yeah, I think if you like getting loot, and smashing monsters. Diablo is a lot of fun for that, and you get to be a barbarian with 2 axes. And
that is pretty cool.
You jump around and smash stuff with your axes.
It's interesting because like I was searching around. It looks like they ported over like a Crash Bandicoot collection.
Okay.
And I was really disappointed to find out that there weren't like other big open world kind of PlayStation games on the Switch, like a Jak and Daxter, a Ratchet and Clank series, something like that would be rad to dig into. Spyro, for example, like. I would love to see some of those things get ported over to Switch.
Yeah. Isn't there also there's like a Sega collection, I think, isn't there? I don't know.
I saw that. That's not it might be sacrilege for me to say so, and please understand, I'm a guy who has an emulator that has all the original Nintendo games. I don't care for anything like if it's an arcade game, fine. Yeah. But I will not sit down and play like Streets of Rage from start to finish. I don't have the interest. I don't like. It's got to be like PS2 and newer to really keep my attention anymore. And I know it's awful of me to say so, but like it's like original Mario. I won't sit down and play Mario.
Yeah. I don't have a Switch, so I don't know, but if they ever came out with a proper Metroid game, not this Metroid Zero bullshit, but like a proper 2D Metroid, that would be my shit. That would be my jam. Did you ever like Mega Man?
Yeah, but I get real frustrated with Mega Man. I'm like I need a game genie to play Mega Man kind of guy.
Because the latest one, Mega Man 11. That art style is amazing. It has like like an anime art style, and there's a baby mode. So like if you they realize that they make their games too good and they're frustrating as fuck.
They are.
So there's a baby mode, so it's less harsh. So if you want to just go through and figure it out and actually get to play the content rather than like coming up. Because you can't get that 1 pixel jump just right.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. Mega Man, Diablo 3. I just don't know what's on the Switch.
It might just be one of those things where in my own personal desire for video games, I have pigeonholed myself into such a small window of the type of games that I like that just games are not necessarily for me these days. Like. It's just a reality of it. I mean, some people just kind of grow out of things, and I don't think it's anything intentional. Just nothing really grabbing me these days.
That's true. My favorite genre used to be the side scroller or the top scroller shooters. So like Gradius or Life Force, and I love those. And I don't play a lot of games anymore because I don't have any of those. The only game I play is Destiny, and it's mostly because Matt. But if Matt didn't work at Bungie.
Right. Yeah. And I stopped playing that because I'm never on when you guys are on, so it's like I don't want to play this thing by myself.
You don't want to stay up till like 4 a.m., Brandon?
No, Jamie. No, I don't. I mean, I do, but I also like being paid. So it turns out I can't do one and the other.
You could be a Twitch streamer.
No, I really, really, really can't, because I won't freak out when people throw crabs at me. So I still can't believe that shit. Like I can't.
Damn crabs. Ain't the beer cold?
Anyway, So what are you geeking out about?
So it sounds like you haven't been geeking out on anything.
No, right now, man, it's more just like con prep stuff, getting art fight ready, getting ready for this weekend.
Yeah.
I did take a few days off, so I'm off Thursday and Friday. Thursday, I'm going down the beach with the dog to just kind of get away for the day.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Friday, I'll be in DC a little early to get myself all prepped and ready, so this way we can kick it off with the children's show.
The children's.
The chilling show.
Let me know when you get in, because I have to go into the city and pick up some stuff somewhere else across town. But I'll be in DC the entire day. So,
yay!
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Like after I drop off my shit at the, I guess, do we have our hotel access?
Yeah, we can talk about that not on the podcast if you'd like.
Yeah, but yeah, I gotta go across town to pick up some shit. So, random fact, there's gonna be an event that I'm working with Keith Chow for, like an Apple event. So we're gonna be doing a demo in one of the Apple stores, and
okay.
We're doing like a character creation thing, so the kids are gonna come and come up with ideas for superheroes and stuff, and then we'll draw them and stuff. And they want to do it on iPads, so I get to pick up some iPads and play with them to learn how to use them and get them ready for the event. I think it's end of May. I think that we're doing the thing. So yeah.
What are you doing, like Procreate stuff, or?
I don't know what's loaded on these things, so I'm going to find out.
Okay, I was going to say I have an iPad with Procreate that you used when we went up to PAX.
Yeah. So this will be. I have no idea what they are, but I will have some iPads so I can test them out and give them the old test drive. Maybe do a shitty review for my YouTube channel. My other channel, because of course I create a whole bunch of shit and make no money off of any of it. But yeah, so I'll be in town early.
Right on.
Okay. So what I've been geeking on, so I have this Leica lens from my grandfather. Actually, both of my grandparents, at some point in their lifetime, they bought Leicas. But they were old, like screw mount rangefinder film cameras. And
right, yeah. I remember you showing me this before.
Yeah. So I've had this for a while. I finally figured out how to mount it. It will work on my D5100, my Nikon, but it doesn't focus to infinity. So I have like a really expensive macro lens. So I can, if I needed to take a photo of something, I have to go way up close to the object. So like you can see a dust particle on your keyboard and that's in focus, and that's pretty much it. So it's like the focal plane is it's razor thin. And so if you really like bokeh, you can get one of those old mounts. But it turns out that a lot of these old lenses are perfect for a mirrorless system. So like your Sony mirrorlesses, or the Nikon Z series, or the Canon RP, or the Micro Four Thirds cameras.
Which is what I have.
Yeah, because they don't have there's no mirror box, and that mirror box takes up a lot of space. And if you have a shorter flange, it fucks up the focus. So you can mount this on a mirrorless camera, and it turns out that, hold on.
This is where Jamie tells me he bought another new camera.
I did. And let me tell you, Brandon Chalmers, this is the Olympus EP1. This is the first mirrorless camera. This is the first mirrorless interchangeable lens camera from Olympus. This sort of kicked off the genre.
Okay, so you bought an older used camera then?
Yes. Guess how much?
$69.
Less.
Wow. $49.
Yeah, if like 50. It was $50.
Okay.
50 bucks on eBay. 12 megapixels. I think it shoots 720, but I'm never going to use this for video.
Right.
But because it's mirrorless, and there's no prism in the way, stick this on here and you're good to go. So I've got a whole bunch of random ass lenses that I've picked up for like 10, 12 bucks. So I can fit all the weird vintage lenses on this guy. And since I had the adapter, you can use them too.
Ooh, girl.
So
wait, hang on. Does this mean we are gonna abandon Michael Bracco? I don't have to worry about the Switch, and we're just going on photo adventures.
I mean, there's a lot of great stuff near where we're gonna be. So
field trip.
Yeah.
Field trip.
And I wanted to. I wanted to get.
What I meant to say is, you should come see all of us hanging out all day at AwesomeCon in Washington, D.C.
No.
And by no means will there be a field trip where Jamie and I disappear for hours on end.
But yeah,
that's definitely not going to happen. Totally going to happen.
I picked up I did want to have one lens that I could actually use that was made for this system. I picked up this the 14 millimeter Olympus. I think it's like what is this shit? I think it's a 2.5.
Okay.
Oh, Audrey says hi.
Hi, Audrey.
Oh, Brandon says hi. Good night. Oh, you're going to sleep? Oh, okay. Good night. Yeah, so it's essentially a 28 millimeter. Because I've been looking at the Ricoh GR3, and it's way too much, but it has a fixed focal length. So I was like, I bet I could find an 28 mil lens and stick it on this thing. So
I bet you could.
Yeah, so I can use this for just like quick snaps and street stuff.
Nice.
But I have a whole Brandon Chalmers, vintage lenses are so stupid fun because they cost next to nothing. And
this is where everything is going to fall apart for me and my I don't need any more lenses theory, because I managed to pick up a fixed focal, my kit lens that came with, and a really nice telephoto. And now you're like, no, fam, hang on.
Brandon Chalmers.
Yeah.
This is the Minolta 50 millimeter 1.7. I picked this up for $12.
Where are you buying these lenses? On eBay?
eBay. This one is actually at that big ass thrift shop down the street. So
I think what I need to do is just grab cash for you and just go, hey Jamie, here, take this. Buy things and let me know when this is out.
Yeah. And
then I'll just refill the coffers.
Yeah. So the interesting thing about the adapter, so this is what is this? MD to micro four thirds, but it has an element in it, so it reduces the focal length. So 50 mils on a micro four thirds is 100. Right. But this reduces it by 0.7. So this now becomes like a 72 millimeter, medium telephoto, but that we could use it for portraits or whatever like that. It's got a great manual focus. It goes down to 1.7, so bokeh for days.
Oh,
friggin' awesome,
girl! Yeah, you know what? This is what's going to end up happening, because I've got one of those 4/3 adapters for the classic Olympus lenses, so I probably have the same adapter. I'll make sure to bring this with me.
Yeah,
but it sounds like what really is going to end up happening, Jamie, is I'm going to end up sending you off to just buy things for me, and I'm just going to be like, Jamie, you should get me some cool stuff. You'd be like, okay, and even. You know what it's going to be like? It'll be like every video game that I've ever played with somebody who's way farther along. They've got some really badass gear, but they're like, well, I don't need two of these things, and this one's not quite as good. And then I'm going to end up discount buying the thing from this person, and my gear will be slightly less, but I'm a scrub photographer anyway by comparison. So it's not going to matter, because it's not like I'm ever going to get everything out of it.
Oh, yeah. But these manual lenses are so fun, and they're stupid affordable. What I now realize is I want a fisheye lens. I've been debating it, but if I don't have to spend $200 on one, I think this is what needs to happen. I think you can find them. I'll do some research, but there are a lot of manual fisheyes. This is a CCTV lens, 35 mil, 1.6. So this becomes sort of like a weird portrait lens on the Micro Four Thirds system because it's a 70 mil. But you got the 1.6, and it's got this. It's weird because the big ring is the aperture, and the small ring is the focal. But it's smooth. The action is good, and this, cheap ass manual fuck lenses.
It sounds like we're gonna have a fun day. I was thinking that I was gonna have a day full of responsibility and spending time behind a table snoozing. No. Turns out Papa Bear's gonna do everything he wants and nothing that anybody else does. That looks like a mighty long lens.
Brandon, this is the 135 Super Takumar f3.5. So with this adapter, it's I don't know how to do math, but this becomes like a longer telephoto. This is the focusing barrel, and then this is the aperture down here.
Okay.
$20, dude.
Oh,
20.
Yeah.
$20.
Yeah. I think this is what's gonna happen, Jamie. We're gonna end up playing with lenses basically the whole time, and then I'm gonna make a wish list.
Yeah.
And then we're going to hit an ATM. Or I'm going to have to buy you like one of those Visa gift cards and just load it with some cash. Is really what's going to end up happening.
There are 2 camera stores in DC, plus the Leica store. So
yeah, we're going to end up probably taking a field trip then, is really what it sounds like.
Yeah, I hope you got your walking shoes on. My only other responsibility is I have a panel that I need to do on Saturday from like 2 to 3.
Okay.
But the rest of the time, we can explore the city with stuff.
Let's see where we're at schedule-wise. I swear I have the schedule written down somewhere for our shows. If it will update do the thing.
They're all evening shows from what I remember.
Vamping. Okay, Friday, let's see... Super Art Fight Junior 7:30. Let's see, 8:45 to 10:15. Art Fight Unleashed. Kids, you should come see that. It's going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Let's see, Saturday from 6:15 to 8:15. Regular Art Fight. And then Sunday, 11:30 a.m. to 12:15. We have our Cute Animals on Fire home game. So yeah, Jamie, we've got all day to dig into things, and we could probably go like early, go do the thing, and then go do the other thing while we do the thing and the thing. Yeah, bro.
But bro. It's the one thing that would make me really want to invest in a proper mirrorless. Like if Nikon comes out with a mirrorless APS-C, I might really consider it, because then all of those lenses would adapt to the thing. I'm already using like old ass Nikon lenses on the D300 that Audrey's dad let me have. Like I have a 58 millimeter Russian ass lens. That's like it was like $30 or something stupid like that. So like, if you want a lens collection to grow rather rapidly, these old ones are amazing.
Yeah. The key is go Russian.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know if they hide like microchips and shit, or like listening devices on their exported cheap ass old Soviet style lenses, but
somehow I really doubt it, but yeah, you do you.
And I bet your camera has focus peaking for manual, because yours is a lot newer than this piece of shit.
Yeah, I can do manual focus. I can do auto then manual, which is how I have it set for my fixed focal, my my 25 millimeter NIF 50 equivalent. So this way I can take quick portraits, because the idea is I bought it mostly to take photos of like all of us doing things or what have you, and because you all are constantly on the move, and also like taking photos of family stuff, I try to catch moments or try and catch like kids and stuff. It's very difficult. So being able to do that like quick autofocus snap is really nice.
Now, when you shoot in manual focus, do you have a thing where the screen like highlights what part is in focus? Like some of the newer systems, it'll highlight something in red.
And it actually has a tap feature, which is actually the fastest way to handle it, where you can actually like hold the camera up to somebody, not hold it up to your face, but literally like hold it in front of you, tap with your thumb where you want the focal point to be. It'll immediately focus in on it. Then you can autofocus and then manual focus on top of that. So you can really start to like hone in on a person and then start to really wash out everything around it rather quickly. Like you can kind of make that sort of, bep, zip, boom, and just be able to bam, 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 just one portrait after the other.
Because these, you can't auto anything with these. So it's all...
Oh, I know.
Yeah. But, I mean, since you have that focus thing where it like highlights and stuff, you're going to have a lot of fun. It might be able
to cheat just a little bit.
Yeah, you're going to have a lot of fun with these old-ass lenses. Like the EP1... the way it handles focus peaking, it's not peaking. It zooms it in like 7 times. So you get the focus on whatever you want, then zoom back out and then click it and then you're good to go. So it's a little bit slower. But yeah. And there are a couple of lens manufacturers out there that are taking advantage of the shorter flange distance. Like companies like Seven Artisans, they're coming out with a whole bunch of interesting affordable manual lenses for all the mirrorless systems. So I think they have a fisheye too. So if you don't want cheap ass bargain basement, maybe somebody licked it before they sent it off to eBay.
Honestly, I mean, I kind of expect that with eBay, so I'm ready. I'm in.
Yeah. But yeah, Brandon. Yeah.
Like I know what I'm getting with ordering something on eBay.
Yeah. Dem vintage lenses dough.
So Jamie Noguchi.
Yeah.
What are we discussing this week?
So big movies coming out this week. I don't think we're gonna be able to see it because most tickets have sold out, but Avengers Endgame is launching this weekend, which is the capstone of 11 motherfuck years of Marvel movies.
Yes.
That's a lot.
That is a lot of movie.
That's a lot of movie. And I mean, it's always fun to do predictions, kind of like what we did with Game of Thrones, like predicting the end. By the way, so far no Zombie Momoa yet, so my level of satisfaction is going down week by week.
Fingers crossed, baby. I'm just waiting. What I really want is not necessarily Zombie Momoa. I need Omar on a sea serpent. Is really what I'm looking for. That's my goal is Omar on a sea serpent. When you just hear Tyrion go, "Oh Lord, Omar's coming," and just like he's known about Omar the entire time, hasn't brought it up because he's hoping that he's not coming, and then bingo, Omar is coming.
Oh man, that would be great. I need that as well. So I think the movie's in the can. Avengers Endgame. If you've read the comic, you pretty much have a general idea of what's going to happen. I mean, it's going to be different from the ending in the comic, of course, because they changed all this stuff. But like, we know they're going to win. I don't necessarily care who's going to die, but we know we're going to be left with a new set of Avengers to go into phase 25 or whatever this next set of movies is going to be called. Like, we know Brie Larson is already signed up to do umpty squat bajillion movies.
Okay.
I think we know most of the newer cast is going to be with it for a while. Like, I think we're getting more Black Panther movies.
I thought they already greenlit another Black Panther movie.
Yeah. Tom Holland is in it for the long haul, for Spider-Man.
Okay. So I'm good with that.
Yeah. So like, what I think we should do here is, since we're heading into a new era of movies, to talk about things that we would like to see improved, because 10 years of shit, you kind of, I mean, we know what we're gonna get. Like, it's gonna be a surprise, kind of, but not really. We know the movie's gonna go, it's gonna go down and then up, and then it's gonna set us up for like the next 50 movies. Because that's kind of the formula of the Marvel films these days. It's not just a movie. It's a movie that sets up more movies.
Right.
So, what would you like to see in this next phase for Marvel? What would you like to see them improve? What would you like to see them fix?
So... There's a couple, like, the big answer that I used to have would be the villains, and I used to stand on that soapbox and just be like, the Marvel movies are rad, the villains are trash, because in most of those Marvel movies, the villains are really just downright bad, and I'd argue even up through the first Guardians movie, villains were kind of trash.
Yeah.
Like, weirdly enough, I think one of the higher points was one of the movies that everybody kind of shits on is Iron Man 2, because at least Whiplash had like a backstory. There was a reason for him.
A great motivation. Yeah.
Right. He had great motivation. He followed through. He's fucking weird, but he had a lot of follow through, and he also had Sam Rockwell to play off of. So like, he seemed really, really like psychotic by comparison to a dude who was just kind of a greedy prick.
Yeah.
So like, that was great. And then Iron Man 3 happened. I don't know what the fuck happened with the villain in that. Like, I don't even remember what the villain was in that.
He was mad because Tony Stark ignored him.
Yeah, Aldrich Killian. So
I'm the real Mandarin. Check out my sweet tats.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Like,
he was he were Bobo.
I think that's part of the problem. Is like a lot of the Spider-Man has a rad rogues gallery of villains.
Oh, yes.
Guardians, I don't really know once Thanos is gone who they fight. Though I'm sure you can just come up with some sort of random thing. Galactus, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, yeah. We get Galactus again, because I forgot. But yes, we should include the X world in this, because we're getting mutants back.
Okay. It asks a very real question. Wait, when are we getting mutants back?
We don't know, but Feige has intimated that he has this, in case of X, break glass, a whole file of things that he would do with the X-Men and the mutants and how to integrate them into the whole shebang-a-bang.
Are we including Scarlet Witch in any of this?
We get everybody.
Okay.
We get the entire Marvel roster.
Is that how we're solving the Thanos problem?
We could.
Because it would beg a real fucking question, like, where have the X-Men been? Like, and the only thing that I can think of is, like, all of them show up, like, covered in leaves and wearing loincloths and been like, Jesus Christ, we spent the last 6 years in the Savage Land. What the fuck happened? And just, like... like Wolverine comes in riding into Central Park on the back of a fucking T-Rex, like
that's gonna be the stinger at the end of Endgame.
Yeah, it'll just be Hugh Jackman just singing Les Mis on the back of a T-Rex running through fucking Central Park.
Red the color.
Yeah. Jean Val Logan and just fucking making his ass through the city. Yeah, I because where's I don't know Xavier been?
Yeah, that's true. All right, so villains. I agree with you. The villains thus far have been one of the biggest weaknesses.
They have, and I was gonna give them crap, and realistically, I'm giving them 3 high points. Thanos has been great.
Thanos is great.
Killmonger.
Killmonger is exceptional.
I would argue is even better than Thanos because he's had less to work with.
Yeah. No, I love Killmonger. I mean, I hate him, but I love him.
And Hela.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like the rest of them, I'm looking through like a list of things. Loki, I don't count as a villain. He doesn't work. Ultron does nothing for me.
Ultron was boring. James Spader is always funny, but that's.
Spader's great, but that has nothing to do with Ultron. I think it was kind of boring. The Red Skull tie-in I think was cool, but he feels like a wasted villain.
Yeah.
Let's see. Malekith the Accursed. I don't care. Baron Zemo sucks. He's always sucked. Running the Accuser is fucking boring.
Ronan was dumb as fuck.
Whiplash we covered, one of my high points, but I'm an Iron Man 2 defender, so
yeah, Whiplash was good.
Iron Man 2 for me, by the way, was the exact example of why I am convinced that no one is actually that sad when they're that rich. Because once you have Wave Runner money, no one's sad on a Wave Runner. If you can have a super suit and leap out of the back of a plane with AC/DC blasting, your world is fucking rad.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are.
Suitcase suit.
Fucking suitcase. Anyway.
I love Suitcase Suit.
Dr. Doom would be interesting if they bothered with him.
Doom would be great because Doom is the perfect type of villain because he doesn't think he's a villain, which is like all villains, but he has like true justification for what he's doing and stuff.
Doom would be a great way to solve the Thanos problem.
Yeah.
Like
Doom would be fucking awesome.
An unwitting villain coming in to help assist and save the day, and we all know what's going on. Military support, what's going on? What do you mean the Latvian army is coming to help? Yada yada yada. Like, it could be an interesting thing. To be honest with you, though, it would make the U.S. State Department look like they have no fucking clue what's going on. Because that's not one, but two full-on countries that have ridiculous capabilities that we're like, wait, what happened now? Like, we look like a sleepy security guard at a bank in Mayberry.
Yeah. You have Wakanda, you have Latveria. you have Genosha.
Unless we want to make it, Jesus Christ, I totally forgot. Yeah, like that would be interesting if we find out, or maybe just we're all very much aware, or the U.S. is very much aware that Latveria is a borderline or wannabe superpower. They treat him like North Korea or something like that.
Yeah, that could be cool.
He ends up coming in as an unlikely kind of hero friend sort of thing. Did they kill Bilbo in the
No, he's still alive.
Okay, cool. So we can have him basically do the intro of Doctor Doom.
I would love to see Doctor Doom face off of whatever in whatever incarnation we're getting of Captain America, because I think Chris Evans is out, and I think Downey Jr. is out. But I would love to see Doctor Doom in a Winter Soldier type movie, like that, noir style thriller spy bullshit. I think Doctor Doom would fit in very nicely in that kind of a scenario. Especially with like the political international intrigue shit that you're going with.
Wait, hang on. So who's out? Okay, so Chris Evans. So regular Captain America is out, and did you allude the guy who plays Bucky is out as well?
No, Robert Downey Jr. is out. So we're getting
Downey Jr. Okay.
Yeah. So I think they're done.
Okay.
I think they're done. I mean, that doesn't preclude like.
So I guess that would mean Winter Soldier would become Captain America. Though I really hope they would leapfrog it and give Falcon the super serum.
Yeah, me too. Because I like Bucky as White Wolf or whatever. But yeah.
I like being the unlikely hero. He's a lot more fun. Yeah, I could get down with Anthony Mackie as fucking Captain America.
Mm-hmm. So we need better villains, for sure.
Yeah, better villains. Do
you give a shit about the cosmic stuff?
I I can. I always feel like things are getting kind of pushed in there. Okay. Can we talk about how I don't fucking care about the relationships? Like that Michelle Tanner's younger sister wants to fuck a robot, or Tony and like the human box kite that is Pepper Potts want to end up getting married, or didn't get married, or kind of got married, and I'm not really sure whether or not they got married. I don't fucking care. Like I genuinely don't, because they all pale in comparison in this sense to like Star-Lord and Gamora.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't need the chase. Like, Star-Lord, at least right out of the gate, they made it very clear. Dude is interested in women. So locking that part of his personality down and him being just infatuated but trying to play it cool makes total sense. But, like, I don't need to find out that, like, Drax and Mantis are, like, side-level fucking... Like, I don't need it. I do not fucking need it.
Do you think that if the relationships had more of an impact on the characters, like the Gamora thing had a direct impact on what was the last one called? Infinity War?
Yeah.
Motherfucker, Star-Lord ruined everything because of Gamora's death, and when he found that out, he punked out and ruined everything. But that was a relationship thing that impacted the entire story. And like, you want to hate him, but you could kind of see why he would want to freak out on Thanos at that moment. Is it that the relationships don't have much of an impact on the characters, or is it just they've handled them really poorly?
I think it's just really heavy-handed and unnecessary. When they're done right, they're fine. But like, again, I don't care about Scarlet Witch and Vision.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. She really likes him because the robot's the only one who understands her. And then, spoiler alert, he ends up almost dying because he's got a stone in his head. Because Tony's like, shiny things, let's fucking stick it in the robot because he's a goddamn child. Like, but like, I don't. Was there not enough motivation for Vision by having him have the last stone to keep half the world alive?
Yeah.
Do we really need to know that she's like, that robot dick, I got to have it, and like fucking disappears off into the fog? Like, who cares?
Yeah.
We don't need it. I sure as fuck do not care about anything Gwyneth Paltrow does ever. I never have.
You're not a Goop fan?
I cannot think of any. I don't even know what the fuck Goop is. I know it's her company. I have no fucking clue what it is. Like, can you give me an elevator pitch on what Goop is? Wait, is it the stuff that like the kids make? That's Gak.
It's a lifestyle brand, and she talks about all this shit
done.
that's supposed to help.
No. Doesn't she have a kid named Apple?
Yes.
Okay. Life rule. I don't take advice from people who name their children after random objects that are lame. You want to pick something really cool? What's your son's name? Fucking Battle Axe? Like, yeah, okay, cool. How'd you get that? We looked around. We were like, what should we name the kid? And I saw the Battle Axe in the corner. I was like, looks strong. Let's do that. Like, I'm good. Like, if a motocross star wants to name his kid like Yamaha, cool. I get it. I think you're a fucking idiot, but I get it.
Yeah.
The idea that she's like, Apple. Oh, God. Like, you and the fucking kid toucher Michael Jackson on the fucking competition for the worst fucking game. What are you going to name the kid? Blanket. Fucking. How? Why? No. Why? How? Why? No. Like, if that is your go-to, someone needs to slowly take that child from you. Just no. This is mine. You're not allowed to have this until you become a fucking adult. Like, I do not care about Gwyneth Paltrow. I never have. I never will. They could have picked a bazillion other better female leads for that sort of thing. I just, oh God. fucking human coat rack. Like, I just.
So no relationships, or do you want them to improve the relationship part?
Either do it properly and give it real gravitas, because it wouldn't happen without it, like the Star-Lord thing.
Yeah.
Or don't fucking bother with it.
Yeah.
Like, it's the difference in between the Vision romance and the Star-Lord romance. The Star-Lord romance brought us to where we are right now. The Vision romance doesn't fucking matter.
What do you think about the Black Widow and Bruce Banner? Because that kind of led to Thor Ragnarok for the Hulk. That's why he ended up where he was.
Well, okay, yes, because Pretty Lady talked me into ship. Like, the idea of Hulk, not Bruce, Hulk, being like, yo, girl, I'm into redheads, makes sense to me. Like, I get that. So the idea of the pretty redhead calming him down and talking him into something is totally fine, because it's not like I have to see this fucking long. Like, I swear to Christ, if we end up having a moment in this movie where, like, Black Widow's hanging on and fucking Hulk in this moment is, like, raging out, but then stops and runs across the field to, like, pick up her head under his little, like, middle finger or something like that and be like, oh, Widow, I will avenge you. Raw! And then the fucking music starts up and everything's all slow motion, and he throws, like, one Avenger into another Avenger, and
he does the fastball special.
Yeah, he does a fastball special with, like, Drax or something. Like, I don't fucking know. I don't need it. If it genuinely drives the storyline, I'm into it. I do not need these unnecessary ships. Mm-hmm. I don't. Because at least if you're going to end up having these things, have them be funny.
Yeah.
Like, Tony hitting on Aunt May, funny.
It's true.
Doesn't need to be a plot point, just a funny throwaway thing. Let's do this whole big thing. You know, you walk in on fucking Scarlet Witch or whatever it is, she closes a drawer and the thing's vibrating, and she goes, where's Vision? She goes, definitely not here. No part of Vision is here. No part of Vision is here. Like, because we never talk about whether or not Tony gave Vision a dick. So,
and he could make himself one because he has the stone.
Okay,
I guess.
Sure.
I don't know.
I think we may be projecting that stone's capability. I'm just saying. Right. To my understanding, he doesn't have the reality gem in his head, so that one's not exactly on the menu.
All right, so better villains, unfunky relationships, make them mean something or don't do them at all.
Yeah, I don't need the unnecessary relationships. I don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater, but can we fucking chill out with the idea of, like, are they fucking? Are they fucking? Like, I do not need to placate to fucking supermarket moms with my goddamn superhero movie. It's the only people who give a fuck about that stuff. The internet is going to drag together two people that they want to drag together no matter what.
That's true.
Yeah. Like, a passing glance between fucking Winter Soldier and Falcon, and they're like, oh, those two are definitely fucking. Like, no, they're probably not. I mean, I guess by sharing a back of a Volkswagen, they're fucking by, like, Kevin Smith standards.
Oh,
but that's yeah, that's right.
Oh, man. All right. What else do we want to fix?
What do you want to get rid of? Like, where are you at?
I think I agree with you hardcore with the villains. The villains need to mean something. There needs to be stakes, because
God,
like it's the nature of serialized fiction. At some point, you know, we know the hero's going to win. But I want that not to be the case. Like, that's what hooked people with Game of Thrones in the beginning. Like, Sean Bean, big ass name, the best guy. Of course he dies in everything he's in, but we were thinking maybe this is the one time Homie Bean makes it out alive if we didn't read the books.
Right, you're like dragging the storyline along. I never read the books. I'm watching the thing the first time. I'm like, I fucking like this guy. Like, he's flawed, and I really.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I have to find a new favorite.
Yeah.
I guess I'll insert any number of fucking people who died.
Yeah. And that's the thing that hooked people, because there were real stakes in the show. The one thing about these movies, it's gotten to the point where there are no real stakes. Like Infinity War, half the people died, half of the roster died, so we're left with the original Avengers roster. But we know they're coming back. We know they're coming back. We know our heroes are always going to survive. Coulson, when he was killed in the Avengers movie, he came back and has his own fucking TV series. Like,
yeah, okay.
I want stakes.
You do know what you're doing is you're asking comic book movies to do what comic books never did.
Yes, I know.
I hate to like drive home my point and then shit on yours, but like it's terrible to say I almost believe that mine are borderline doable. The idea of talking Marvel into being like, Thor, you know how we kind of maybe possibly killed Thor at some point along the way? Thor's back. And he's sexier than ever. He got a haircut. Like, just...
Yeah.
Because it's what fucking comic books love to fucking do. Like,
and I agree, and I know they're never going to kill off their breadwinners. Like, I know they're never going to do a death of Spider-Man or like a...
Well, you know what they could do? They could do a genuine, real death of Captain America.
I think we might get that. Like, I think Iron Man or Captain America is going to die.
Maybe both of them.
Or both of them. But I think we are actually going to get one of them not coming back. One or the other.
Okay. Right. So, I mean, if that's the case and we can actually just carry on the torch and like we've actually done with Captain America, but kind of not really. But like if we can kind of like Power Rangers this and we can be like, look, we only have one Jason David Frank, so he can only be one Ranger at a fucking time. Like,
yeah. Oh my God! Did you know that there was one special episode where they gave him a multi-morpher so he could morph into all of his past incarnations?
Of course they did. It's his wet dream. He can cash in on all of his short-lived things from the 90s and early 2000s all in one place.
I just wish I knew the right type of people so I could actually have designed it for them, because it looked bad. It looked bad.
Well,
it was Bobo. I feel like I could have hooked it up.
You probably could have, but then we'd be handing it to that man, and I don't want to give him any more credit. Like, dude's a trash human. He just is. He's a trash human. He's also smaller than he looks on TV, by the way, kids.
Yeah. I've seen him.
I'm
going to
go on record.
Yeah.
We shared an elevator with him.
That's true. Oh my God. They might be there this weekend.
They probably will be there this weekend, which means we have another opportunity to share an elevator with a reluctant Jason David Frank with his hood up, who is easily smaller than me, and then the mountain of a man that is Jerry Lawler. Jesus fuck. Like,
Jerry's packing, man. Jerry's got some guns.
Jerry's a big boy.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's got grandpa body, but there is definitely no question in my head that dude could easily split wood without fucking trying. Like, yeah, guns for days. But anyway, can we, like, I know we didn't. We went to Titan. Can we get the fuck out of New York?
Sure. Yeah, sure.
And I know this is a personal desire thing, and I know that like all of Marvel has got this fucking hard on for New York or whatever it is. Okay, fine. Oh,
new cities.
Personal request. No fucking Fantastic Four.
Really?
They're awful.
You don't like Marvel's first family?
They're awful.
But
awful.
But Mr.
Reed Richards is a self-important douchebag. They took two characters. They were like, let's take Doctor Strange and let's take Iron Man, and then let's just fucking make a Reese's cup. And like, He's self-important and way too smart and kind of successful, but can't get the fuck out of his own way. And then we have to hear about his unnecessary relationship to his wife that he doesn't really care about that much, who can literally turn invisible, which is every single writer in the 70s wet dream. A woman who looks great in a skin-tight outfit that can literally become invisible when they don't want to deal with them. Fuck Marvel writers in the 70s. The Thing's a boring-ass Hulk who gets nowhere and will look like a podunk version of Groot and or Drax.
Yeah.
Because he won't be as funny as Drax and he won't be as lovable as Groot. And fucking Johnny Storm can just go die in a fire because they've literally chewed up both actors who played him in other Marvel movies. And I don't know who would even want that character. More importantly, who would care about Johnny Storm when you have Captain Marvel?
That's true. That's true. But then you could have a weird moment where, like, Chris Evans is like, just side-eyes Johnny and just walks off.
Yeah, like I can see that. Like, honestly, what it needs to be is like Captain America and fucking Black Panther look at each other, look at that dude, look back at each other and go, I'm not impressed. And then just move right along, because at least then it's some sort of acknowledgement to Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. That would be great. If they did that, that would be honestly, worth it.
You know what? What if they just cast Michael B. Jordan as Johnny Storm and we just never fucking acknowledge it?
I'm here for it.
Just like Black Panther looks at him and goes, "You look very familiar," and him just go, "Yeah, I get that a lot." It just disappears. Like, yeah,
the little flames could even look like those tattoos that he had.
Yeah, like never discusses. Only walks around in like black and gold. Like, just we never fucking talk about it at all.
Yeah. That would be great. One thing. A couple of things I want, and it's because I'm a social justice warrior, but also because I'm a minority nerd, is any Asian character, any Asian person with a speaking line.
At the risk of being that guy, what superheroes of even, I hate to say this, B or C tier at this point are Asian in any sort of comics, and or who would you want to switch over and take a role? And
that's the problem. Marvel has done us dirty. Like, it's either mutants that are super into, like, it's either really like super stereotypical bullshit, or like
who we covered in the Wolverine movie. Or
I would love Kamala Khan to show up. Like,
I don't know who Kamala Khan is.
Miss Marvel, the girl who can begin and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I would love her to show up at some point. I would love more women characters. And now that they have access to the mutants, they have a lot of women in the roster that they could bring out and stuff. But I we've had these power fantasies, and for minorities who are also nerds, it's great because honestly, I never thought I would see an Iron Man anything. Like, Iron Man is a C-list character who is now the fucking lead of the Marvel universe.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's rad. And now it's gotten to the point where, like, we've got this for 10 years. We have Black Panther. There's other minority characters in your roster. We have a Captain Marvel movie. There are other women in your roster. I want to see more of them.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who, because this is part of the problem, is growing up in my white ass suburbia background. My understanding of Marvel characters, a lot of women and minorities weren't necessarily the characters that were being pushed. And because I also spent a lot of time jumping back and forth in between like major Marvel titles or like DC titles. DC especially was real fucking bad about that. Other than the Super Friends, which is an even worse representation because they tried, but in the worst kind of way.
Oh God. Oh yeah. But yeah, and that's always the thing that it comes down to is like, well, who do you want? And it's a great question because, there's Sunfire, the Japanese prince of some sort of like conglomerate who can turn into, who's basically Johnny Storm but Japanese. There's there's Psylocke, who's the one rare case of yellow washing, where you take a British woman and put her in the body of an Asian ninja.
That is true. I will agree with that. I'm looking here. I just Googled minority Marvel characters. So Miles Morales, which we've covered, but more in a digital format. I don't know if he would ever end up hitting big screen, at least not for quite a few years.
Yeah.
We could bring in Luke Cage.
Luke Cage.
Here's the thing. The Defenders level characters seem so less powerful by comparison.
Yeah.
That having like a Luke Cage next to a Spider-Man doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense. So unless we figure out a way to, like, I don't know, explain how Luke became a lot more powerful.
Yeah.
Something, Doctor Strange ends up finding them and unlocking their power, and we take, like, Luke or what is the lady who is now actually the Iron Fist, who's actually an Asian woman?
Connie.
Yes.
Yeah.
If we can figure out a way to have, like, Doctor Strange unlock their hidden power, and Luke suddenly becomes, like, at least Captain America level strong.
Yeah.
And impervious, he'd be a great addition. She'd be a great addition as Iron Fist. And we could just have the tag team of Power Man and Iron Fist. Oh. That'd be cool.
I want that.
I mean, Black Lightning's there, but, man... Am I wrong to think Black Lightning feels a little too on the fucking head? Like
Black Lightning is DC.
Oh, is that DC? Never mind. Yeah, Kamala Khan, Silk. Okay, is another Spider-Man thing.
Yes, there are a lot of spiders. Let's
see.
Amadeus Cho. He's now the Hulk.
Okay, let's see. Yada, yada, yada. We could do She-Hulk.
I like a She-Hulk.
She-Hulk could be interesting. We could do all of Alpha Flight.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fucking white people, except for, like, 2 and then a Wookiee.
Sasquatch.
Yeah. We could bring back Blade for some particular reason.
Daywalker.
Yeah, I don't know if we go that far into it.
Just put Wesley. Blade plus the Defenders could be interesting.
Blade plus the Defenders could be real cool
because I feel like that's a street level. Those are all street level characters.
Yeah. Ironheart.
Oh yeah, Riri Williams. Yeah.
Yeah. That could be interesting. That feels like a lot of kind of building up for everything.
Yeah. But she could
Miss Marvel.
She could go to the same school as Peter.
We could have what's her face? The one who was like kind of picking on Peter in Homecoming. MJ. He was like kind of half into and half not into.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have her basically play that role. I mean,
MJ as Ironheart. That would be cool.
Yeah, I'd be interested to do Squirrel Girl, but I don't think it would actually really work in a Marvel style movie. I think that would be more of like an Into the Spider-Verse kind of movie.
I think there is something in the pipeline for Squirrel Girl, and I think it's that woman who was in those cell phone commercials.
I mean, we could just have Rhodey take over the Iron Man role and just let Don Cheadle get a leadership role.
I'm here for that. That would be great.
I mean, he's been there the whole time. He's a top tier actor. He's a natural leader. We all seem to really like him. He fits well into everything. If we just give him some more lines and let him kind of flex himself with that character a little bit, I think he'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, Rhodes taking over as Iron Man would be great. And there's precedent because that happened in the comics.
Right. Yeah, looking here. I mean, obviously there's the X universe. We could bring in a bunch of people. I mean, yeah, I don't know, like, if you do the X-Men, who do you bring in? Do we cast a new Wolverine? Like, I thought Hugh Jackman was kind of done playing Wolverine.
Yeah. I think we get all new X-Men.
Okay. I mean, I'm down for any universe that doesn't have Cyclops, so that's fine with me.
But I think they're gonna do what they did with Spider-Man when they got a chance to do Spider-Man. They recast him, and I think we're gonna get all new X-Men, all new X people. So we're probably gonna get a new Cyclops, a new Beast, a new Iceman, a new Jean. Who am I missing? A new Angel. I wouldn't be surprised if we get like a proper first class.
Okay. I'm kind of okay with that, I guess. I don't know. I really like James McAvoy as Professor X, though.
I do too.
Like, can we just keep some things? Like, can we keep Kelsey Grammer? Because I kind of like him as Beast. Mm-hmm. He seems unnecessary but fun.
Opening up the X universe gives you a lot of possibilities for diverse characters, which I hope they lean into when it happens. Because that was always supposed to be an allegory for race relations in the world and stuff. Right.
But we tackled it with white people, so it seemed really, really like easy to swallow.
But they were for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason we were all okay reading about how somebody with wings wasn't being treated fairly and how wrong that was. But so long as they were white people with wings. Fucking comic books.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get real fucking annoyed with that shit. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Jay, I gotta be honest with you, man. Like, I think I'm at the point with Marvel movies that I'm burnt out on them too.
That's kind of what
I haven't seen Miss Marvel. Like, nothing against it. Yeah. Captain Marvel. So yeah. I haven't gone to see it. I have nothing against it when it comes out on release of like video on demand or whatever it is. I'll buy it 100%. Like day one, I'll buy it. I'll sit down. I'll watch it. I'm sure I'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I never bothered to watch Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I did. It was a movie. It happened.
Yeah,
sure was a movie.
I can't believe that we've gotten to the point where superhero movies aren't that special anymore.
Yeah, and that's kind of where the motivation for this came from. Like, how do we change it up so it becomes interesting again? Because it's not the special effects, it's not the powers. What is it that's going to get more people to come into the theater? Because I don't think the Marvel movies are failing, but from here on out, they've got to do something different to keep people in seats. Because like, Endgame is going to blow them out, and it's going to make a lot of money. But I don't know what the next one is.
I think it's got to be stylized. I think it's got to be something like when Guardians came out, it felt different.
Yeah.
Like that first Guardians was a game changer. Like, I remember it feeling different, the soundtrack being a big thing. Like, it had a whole nother feel. When the first Captain America came out, it had a whole different feel. It had this very vintage thing. Mm-hmm. And they touched on it a little bit with the Netflix series with Luke Cage.
Yeah.
Because, like, the other Defenders series kind of felt loosely tied together. It had that kind of, like, gritty New York, but not so gritty because for some reason a blind guy is going to fight a bunch of ninjas. But, like, and then
God, I hated that second season.
Comes swinging in with like a great soundtrack and kind of this very, very like 70s police drama sort of feel where like there were music wipes in between scenes. Like something dramatic happens and suddenly like everything's ending or getting hit with music. Like, I think there's got to be better use of music. There needs to be better use of a cinematography style. There needs to be better, like, feel. Mm-hmm. I'm okay with us doing period timepieces.
Oh, that'd be interesting. That'd be cool.
Like, we go and tackle some. Can we go back, cast Chris one more time, and we do like a legit Howling Commandos movie? Ooh. It's like a one-off. It's like Rogue One. We just get to see him and his boys just going out, old school Bucky before Winter Soldier, just going out with all the Howling Commandos going to kick ass.
Yeah, I like that. If we got like an old school Thor movie with like the Warriors 3 and Lady Sif.
I'm okay with that too.
With like old school adventures. Yeah, I agree. Like, I think Spider-Verse had a completely different feel from any animated film previous, but also for a Marvel film, it had a different type of storyline. Like, it knew it was a comic book movie, but it still told a really good story.
But I think I may have accidentally hit on something here, though. Like, Spider-Verse had a great soundtrack. It was focused around kind of the beat of the street and what moved Miles and what got him going and what motivated him.
Yeah.
Star-Lord, same thing, motivated by music and the beat, and they allowed that to kind of set the scene for certain things. You knew that once you heard that love song, that like what was going on with him and Gamora.
Yeah.
We didn't need to have that like a whole bunch of lines or anything else like that. They listened to the song together on the headphones or whatever, and like, yeah. You let the music tell the story. Luke Cage does the same thing. Lets the music tell the story.
Ragnarok has that feel.
Ragnarok totally has that feel. Like when you open with fucking Zeppelin, you know what's going to happen. We're in for a ride.
Hazel fucking loves that movie.
That movie's rad as hell. Like, I think that's got to be it. There needs to be less of this cookie cutter kind of feel. I don't want the Avengers score. I don't need this gravitas sort of thing all the time. I don't need it. Like, if we could have a moment where like Peter is listening to something else in his headphones, and we get to see like the Avengers thing start, but it's set to like, I don't know, Young MC's Bust a Move or something like that. And him, and him look over at Falcon and just shout at like full volume, "This is really good." Really, like, where like he's learning about other genres of music from the rest of the Avengers. Like they're actually bringing him in as like a their kid brother sort of thing. Like fun stuff like that. Yeah. I need more personable kind of shit from them.
I think you're right. I think the soundtrack
is such a driving force, and I think it's actually the big difference in between a Marvel movie that I really like and a Marvel movie that I'm just kind of okay. Like, I think Black Panther might be the only one that is bridging the gap, but frankly, I think that's only because Killmonger was rad and fucking Claw was outstanding.
Here's my SoundCloud.
Like, that little bit of humor. That little bit of humor. Fucking Gollum, scene-stealing motherfucker that he is. Like, if we can have him just actually play every single villain from this point forward, just mo-capped,
I'm into it.
I'm good. Yeah. We just cast him as every single villain from this point forward. Yeah. What's going on? Andy Serkis plays Fing Fang Foom. It's really great.
Fing Fang fucking Foom. Why have we not had Fing Fang fuck Foom?
Because then we have to tolerate the boring ass thing. If Drax can fight Fing Fang Foom, then you've got something fun.
Do you think?
Seeing Batista, like, have someone go, Fing Fang Foom, and he goes, Tu Wong Fu, and just like have him get it wrong 9 different times.
Fing Fang fucking Foom, dude. I want to see that dumbass dinosaur with purple pants.
Yeah, if the Guardians of the Galaxy can just start fighting all of the throwaway weird monster heels, I'm good with that. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think we need a movie like we have the 80s soundtrack. The 90s is in Captain Marvel. We need like a metal movie, like with shitty metal, like prog rock. We could do an artsy film with like classical music or something. But yeah, like do interesting shit with the soundtracks.
Yeah, can we do something fun with the soundtracks? Can we start getting into like some random stuff? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I think they dropped the ball with the Ant-Man movie, because that dude looks like a guy who would be into Rush, and the idea of like Ant-Man suiting up, but him having like Rush's 2112 blasting in the background, as he's like zipping up, and you have someone walk in and go, "What are you doing?" and him just like click the stereo off. And go, nothing.
So Brandon Chalmers,
yeah,
I am not a big Rush fan, nor am I a big Styx fan. quite frankly, if you
Jamie.
here's the thing. This is the thing. I've met people who are either Styx fans or Rush fans, and I can't tell them apart. Like if you picked a deep cut from any Styx album or Rush album and you played them together for me and asked me to guess which one was which, I wouldn't be able to tell. But if you were a Rush fan, you know. If you're a Styx fan, you know. And you hate the other band, like you hate fans of the other band, like you can tell.
No, man, no. Jesus, no. Okay, hang on. Wow, look, total sidetrack. Kids, more importantly, go see the Avengers movie. Be rad. Go see it. Go enjoy it. Please don't post any spoilers on the internet, at least for a while. Be respectful of your other brother. Let's get back to the fucking point at hand. Jamie Noguchi. Seriously. Like, okay. The biggest difference in between the two. Rush is like super uber technical, super capable, like 60s level wall of sound amount of percussion and everything that comes out of it, out of 3 white dudes from Canada. Like Neil Peart, drummer for Rush, has a kit that goes 360 degrees. He's got 2 sets of wind chimes. 2. Like, dude can literally go and not fucking miss a beat. Like, it's amazing.
That's kind of extra.
It's fucking extra as hell. But man, are they good. But they don't do stadium ballots. Like, Styx is like REO Speedwagon. It's like Air Supply. It's stadium rock. Yeah. It is sort of thing that you are lighter in the air. You know, okay, here's the difference. The guy who plays Rush drives a panel van with a wizard on the side of it.
Right.
The guy who plays Styx is the guy who has the Camaro convertible, who is like blasting down the highway, singing along to everything. He thinks he's cool. Totally looks like a tool. That's the most important part about Styx is no one looks cool blasting Styx, and it's a total jam.
See, and this is the kind of thing that needs to happen in that movie where someone is like, isn't that just Styx? And then he just goes off on a motherfucker.
Just goes off. Right. Just absolutely goes off. Like, just.
Like, how dare you, sir?
Yeah, right. Yeah, like, but he needs to get weird about it where, like, he needs to obsess over, like, an original Genesis album or something like that. Just like, let me fucking tell you about Peter Gabriel and the might that is his play. Just want somebody to be like, you need to calm the fuck down. And yeah. Like, honestly, if the Hulk could just get real deep into prog rock for no apparent reason, and this is how we find out that he gets, like, he manages to break through the whole strand by somebody insulting him and naming the wrong prog rock band or something like that.
What if the Hulk is way into Steve Vai?
No one will get it. I think if we find out that, like, he's way into Stevie Nicks, and then we end up getting this kind of weird, kind of gathered together sort of thing where, like, he ends up playing. Yeah, like if we could actually just see, like, Hulk just slowly sitting in his own, like, little room or his own little pod or something like that.
Yeah.
Just singing Landslide, just tone deaf loudly. Like, almost like Billy Corgan singing Landslide. But
Political changes put a big man on you.
Right, yeah.
Puny Corgan.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what I want. I want better and more music-driven soundtracks. I want them to get away from the scores.
Yeah.
I want them to be a little stylized. I want them to get comfortable in the characters. Yeah. Like, my favorite characters are not really the core ones that much. I don't care that much about Vision. I could not give a fucking less of a care about goddamn what's her fuck, the one fucking Vision.
Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch, yeah. Like, super duper uber powerful. Probably one of, if not the most powerful person in the motherfucking room. And I could not care less about her one-dimensional, I don't belong ass. I don't care. I do not. I genuinely do not care.
You don't like the finger origami?
But for some reason, Drax can stand there eating a bag of chips and be a scene stealer by insisting that he's invisible. And I'm like, swoon. Total swoon.
I'm invisible.
Right. How much different feel does the fucking Avengers 2 have to goddamn Guardians 2?
Yeah.
Because no one's lovingly going back and watching Avengers 2. The only time you're watching Avengers 2 is when you're one of those people who's like, well, time to gear up and start getting ready for the new movie. I guess I'll watch all of the Marvel movies. And then you get to Avengers 2 and you're like, well, I guess I'll do laundry while I watch Avengers 2. Because no one really cares that much.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, we've taken up enough time. I want more music. I want more cool stuff. Yeah. I agree with you. I want more female characters. I want more minority characters. I think we can, not easily, but I think we can start naturally strolling that way by having Falcon and War Machine move into the Iron Man and Captain America roles as a very natural progression without any sort of debate or fight about it. I think we can definitely start bringing Marvel into a mainstay, like full-on character full-time would be rad. I wish they'd figure out what the fuck they're doing with Black Widow.
Yeah.
Like, can we give her a super suit or some powers or something?
You don't like her hair?
I don't really care.
Her hair keeps changing color.
Cool. Like, here's the thing. I got nothing against her. She's great to look at, but I don't really care that much. And if we're going to remove fucking Hawkeye, who at least has some special set of skills, and treat her like a low-rent Batman, then let's at least figure out and make her smarter than everybody else in the room and start making her actually outwit other people. Because the idea of her getting into some sort of fist fight with somebody, I have more belief in, and I feel bad I can't remember the name of the character, but Black Panther's main general guard.
Okoye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least she's got a fucking spear and some magnetic ass shoes and is ready to kick somebody's ass.
Yeah.
Like, I believe she gonna fuck somebody up. Black Widow, I'm not really that sure.
Yeah. It would be great if we had a Dora Milaje movie, which is them defending Wakanda.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I'm good with that. Let's fucking put her in a cape and send her out into New York and let her be, I don't know, is Moon Knight a thing?
Oh shit. Yeah, I forgot about Moon Knight.
Can we make her Moon Knight? I know nothing about Moon Knight.
I don't know anything about Moon Knight either.
Okay, so we're gonna make her Moon Knight.
Okay, Okoye gets to be Moon Knight. Yeah,
because I thought Moon Knight is like a low rent Batman. I thought that was the idea.
Yeah, I think it's basically.
I think it's the Gobot Batman, but instead of her actually wearing a suit or a cape or even white, she just kind of goes out and just starts calling herself Moon Knight. When somebody's like, "What's your name?" and she's like, "Okoye," and somebody's like, "I'm sorry, what?" and she's like, "It's Moon Knight. It's fucking Moon Knight." Okay. Does this make you happy? I'm vengeance is really what I am. And
can you pronounce this, colonizer? Moon Knight.
Yeah, and then stab somebody in the foot with her fucking spear, and then we move on.
Yeah.
That's actually what it is. She doesn't actually really have any main scenes. It's just her walking around stabbing racist white dudes in the foot with her spear. Just on both sides, stab. Like, just her just walking around country clubs and tiki torch conventions and all sorts of shit like that, just stabbing fucking people in the foot.
I fucking love it. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah, we just send her, you know what, really, can we just do that? Can it just be an hour and a half of her just going into, like, random country clubs and beating entitled dudes with a badminton racket?
Whew. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Like something that you know would hurt if you really railed into it, but nothing deadly, and her just swatting at him. Yeah, you're supposed to use a shuttlecock. What did you call me? Smack! Smack! Smack!
It just comes bent like
Just
the shape of someone's head.
Yeah, no comprehension of badminton, but she really falls in love with the racket.
Bang!
Bang! Yeah, just her fucking everybody up with a badminton racket.
Moon Knight.
Yeah. Just walks out, just shouts, Moon Knight! And just throws the fucking badminton racket off. And who the fuck was that? I don't know, but she said she was Moon Knight.
Oh, man.
We never address it. We never give a character anything else like that. It's just just non sequiturs of her just walking in place after place, no real warning. Just like, yeah, like she lands, crushes a bunch of like Lexuses and Mercedes, and then just goes in, kicks everybody's ass, and then gets back in her Quinjet and just fucking leaves. Just fucking leaves.
I love it.
Just fucking Wakanda and just moves the fuck on.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. I need this to happen now. And of course, this has to have an awesome soundtrack.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm a token white dude, can we just do all classic 90s Wu-Tang? Is that...
I mean, I love it whenever that Wu-Tang plays and Luke Cage is punching the shit out of people.
Yeah, I go back to it because it's a staple, and I know you and I both love it. Slam by Onyx is the song to beat up white dudes to. To be honest with you, like honestly, you could send Thor in there in a pair of board shorts and have him just punching everyone in the face to Slam by Onyx. You'd be like, that Thor's a fucking dude. Like
you could also play the Biohazard remake when Onyx and Biohazard did Slam.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that would be fucking on.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we've saved the Marvel Universe for the next 10 years.
Yes, we have. Also, I want to recast Chuck D as Nick or as Nick, whatever it is, Nick Fury.
Nick Fury, Chuck D.
Chuck D is Nick Fury. Yeah.
Base. How low can you go? All right, Brandon. Where can people find you this weekend?
They can find me at AwesomeCon during the short amount of time that I'll be there for the shows. Friday, children's show at 7:30, regular show at 8:30. Only show at 8:30. Regular show Saturday at 6:30. Was it 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Panel Room 150 for both of those regular shows. It's going to be a thing. It'll be a hell of a lot of fun. You should come hang out with us. Jamie Noguchi will be there. He'll be drawing terrible things Friday night. Ross Nover won't be there because it's a show in DC. So be sure to give him a hard time on Twitter.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, whatever. I don't pay attention to Twitter, so feel free to call him an asshole for not being in there and tell him I told you to do so. Feel free to tag me. I'll never see it. Jamie Noguchi, where can they find you?
Here, and my name and my Twitter. Just type my name and stuff. You'll find my shit. It's fine. It's good.
Yeah, sure.
And we're done.
Yay!